Okay, the first thing we do is we come and we take the top off right here. We took the top off, took our X-rail off. If you look at this angle right here, this is going to be an important angle. If this is not right, getting your bed level is going to be a pain in the butt. Now you're going to look, most of these are off. Almost every one I've ever seen has been off. This one is off right here. We're going to loosen the screws on the bottom, and we're going to shim paper whatever thickness we need, just halfway. Probably not even halfway. Just the thickness of this first rail, which is about 1/3 the distance. So about 6 point something probably millimeters in, and all the way across. Tighten it back down, check it, adjust your paper as needed to get it where you need it. Okay, this side. This side is 2 folds of a Lowe's receipt. I'll go ahead and do the other side and move on. So right here is where the enders are usually really jacked up. And this little bit of play right here is huge on the back end. So what you're going to want to do here is, now there may be other ways to do this. You could hold something on top of this to make life a little bit easier. I'm going to hold that right here. I'm going to get this in place. I have the screws loose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my square. Problem is this bracket can stick a little bit over, but we can get this square at a slight angle, and then we push it down against these wheels, bushings, and that should do it. Alright, now let me just eyeball it. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what we're looking for. If we put this on there with this bracket slightly loose, it's going to want to ride. It's going to want to move. This one can't move. This one can. So this one is going to square this one up for us. Simply place it on here. Now, what I recommend when you do it is put it on right side up. Alright, let's try again. Dirt, dirt. Alright, I think that works a little bit better. So, now the theory is that if you have one side screwed on and the other side loose, it should square itself up. Alright. Well, let's see. The way we're going to check that is we're going to put our square right here. And okay, she's pretty much perfect. So I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but if you're lined up here, it looks pretty good to me. Alrighty. Now we have our machine pretty much squared up. Let's go ahead and start putting some of these parts on. So this is going to be our 0 interference bed bracket. Now we'll go ahead and slide our bed on here. Oops, it looks like we're going to have to take the regular strain relief off. Okay, so what we've done is cut the regular strain relief off the bed, so we're going to want to be really careful with it when we're messing around. So you can replace these springs, but these springs are not a problem once you have the bed lock nut on. I recommend keeping them. So on this side right here, where your strain relief is and chain mount, you'll need to put this washer underneath before, or basically the edge of this screw is going to bottom out on the bracket before it tightens down. So we just slide that on there. Important part of this project is going to be black zip ties. We're going to want to secure this wire right away. Okay, we're going to want to slide the zip tie up from the bottom, come around our wire, back down through the other hole. You want to make sure that you leave a little bit of slack on this side of your zip tie, which I really didn't, because the bed needs to be able to move up and down. You don't need to move much, and it's probably not that big of a deal. But do keep that and take that into consideration. Okay, we're going to put the board in the case. This print is a little sloppy because it was pretty cold when I was printing this. And overnight prints in the shop. We have to print stuff a little hot sometimes just to be on the safe side, or we wake up in the morning and they stopped extruding. So, see if we can get this bad boy in here. Using these motherboard screws, the hex screws I had apparently a tiny bit too long. Computer motherboard screws are fine. Beauty. See if we can find some more of those. Oh yeah, we got tons of these. If not, we can dig into our computer stuff and grab some more from somewhere. Alright, beautiful. Now we need to get our power supply mounted up in here.